12 harsh truths that you need to accept to live a happy life. We all play the what if game when we think about what it would take to make us truly happy. What if we had a perfect long term partner who wanted to marry us? What if we could afford a pretty house instead of our drafty apartment? What if we weren't someone's assistant but their boss instead? The problem with that is life rarely turns out the way we expect or want it to. So, if you are waiting for certain things to happen so you can finally be happy already, you could be waiting forever. Here are 12 harsh truths that you need to accept in order to live a happy life. And yeah, the truth is hard, but you already knew that. It will help you too, though. Number 1. You need to work hard. I know that's not what you want to hear. Even the most career-oriented among us get pretty exhausted and burn out sometimes. But just like the last few seconds of a killer workout, that's when the magic happens. You'll never regret your hard work when you get what you want. That's a promotions, a successful freelance business, a great degree you are passionate about. Rome was not built in a day, and it's going to take a lot of hours, sweat, and tears to make yourself a success. Number 2. Unfortunately, some people won't like you. The Greek philosopher Epictetus once said, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the view which they take of them." We love that quote so much, isn't it? Why? Because it speaks a truth that very few people are willing to accept. We can't control what other people do, think, or say. Yet, for some reason, we spend so much time complaining and wishing for things to be different. But if worrying about other people's actions won't change the outcome, so what's the point? There is none. Instead, you need to accept that some things are outside of your control. Sure, other people can be annoying. They might do something you dislike or say things that are morally questionable. But once you spend less time worrying about everything you can control, you can begin to focus on what you can. Use your time to spend a lot of your time watching the news and wondering why society was in such a terrible mess. But then you realize that you can't control a lot of international or even domestic affairs. However, one thing that you can always do is treat everyone you meet with the respect that they deserve. Smile at strangers in the street, be kind to everyone in your life, and help other people if you are able to do so. Because once you accept that you cannot control everything, it's much easier to focus solely on what you can. Number 3. You can't change what's already happened. How often do you wish you could go back and correct your previous mistakes? If you're anything like my past self, your response will be something like all the time. You're never going to be happy if you spend every moment thinking about the past. You cannot change what's already happened. So what can you do? Learn from mistakes and do everything within your power to create a better future. You can't change the past, so stop spending your time wishing you could. Instead, do your best to learn from it and create a better future. Take a moment to think about what you will do differently and then adjust your actions in the present moment accordingly. Number 4. You won't start out as a CEO. One annoying thing that the media loves to say over and over again is that millennials don't want to start in the mailroom and expect to basically run their company ASAP. This may be true of some people, but let's be real. We all know that we'll have to work our way up. It's not a total surprise to us. And yeah, it sucks to realize that we have several rounds to climb on the corporate ladder to get at where we want to be. Because that's pretty exhausting to think about, but this is just reality. Number 5. You always have a choice. Whether it's work or love, things don't just happen to us. Things happen and we react. We act. We choose. You can decide to accept being treated badly by your boyfriend or your boss, or you can dump him or quit. It's always up to you. So if you are unhappy because you claim that people are not treating you the way you want to be treated, you didn't get the sympathy because you're letting it happen. Even if it's something as small as not liking the text he sends you, do yourself a favor and move on. Number 6. Life can't be good all the time. Ever notice that when it rains, it pours when it comes to your personal life? Things seem to happen in two or threes even. And the good comes along with the bad every time. Work explodes in a good way and you are busier than ever before. And that's when you go on a string of disappointing first dates. Of course, it would be awesome if everything in your life could go well at the same time. You're killing it at your career. You find the apartment of your dream. You finally meet the person you are meant to be with. But life doesn't work that way. So quit winning and accept whatever good the universe does send your way and hope that more is on the way. Number 7. You can say no. We all have that friend or relative who is a total do-gooder and so sweet that they are basically a doormat. They can never say no to anyone who asks them for a favor, and suddenly their schedule is jam-packed, yet they don't actually want to do any of it. This kind of people love to complain about all demands on their time. But they could have said no, right? Sorry to break it to you, but you can always turn something down if it's not right for you. You'll never be happy if you always say yes. Number 8. When you get what you want, you might hate it. The future is always full of possibilities, and sometimes when we get there, we are not a big fans. That dream job is worse than the creepiest horror movie. That promising "okay, keep it going" is the weirdest person you have ever met. Be careful what you wish for, basically. Number 9. You are not entitled to anything. A hard truth to accept is that no matter how hard you work, or how talented you are, or how much your entire soul is itching for something, you still might not get it. No one owes you anything. That's actually helpful to remember, though. Because when something doesn't work out, you can shrug and move on because it's not like you deserve anything. Number 10. You will fail. Of course, you are amazing and deserve all the success in the world. But yes, you will fail. At least once. But probably a lot more than that. It's just a fact of the universe. Thinking that being happy and successful means never failing is the wrong way to look at life. Name one successful person, famous or not, and they will have a failure story to tell you. Number 11. No guy is that perfect. This one is hurt. Because you are holding out hope, and hope is a powerful thing that is sometimes super necessary. But guess what? No one is perfect. So of course no guy could be, and you're probably not perfect either. There's no such thing as perfect dad either. When someone bragging about their fantastic boyfriend on Facebook, you can safely assume that he's super insecure and that he is not all that great after all. Number 12. If it sounds too good to be true, it is. This is a piece of advice from long time ago. No matter what the situations, trust your gut. Live according to what feels right to you, and you will always be happy because you will be able to separate total crap from reality.